G'day, welcome to this next session of my playthrough of Oxygen Not Included, as we continue to just try and survive. Okay, do we want algae? Probably more than we want anything else at this point, so we'll print that. Now, our next big thing will be the middle section of the monument base, so just a quick check as we move along. So that's where we're going to get ceramic, plastic, and steel. Now, might have checked this last time actually. How are we looking for ceramic? 16 tons. So I'd say we are set for ceramic. Now someone did mention that this room will never get hot enough because temperature can escape out this door. So potentially what I should be doing is getting rid of the door entirely and just like allowing that room to stay insulated. Because you can see that's not as hot as the, I don't know, I guess the room around it. And that the polluted oxygen's causing problems as well, not allowing that to get out. I don't quite know how I'd suck that polluted oxygen out of this room. The other suggestion was that I put oil in the bottom of this, crude oil, so that this is submerged in crude oil and that'll always stay liquid. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of that then factors in whether I actually want this turbine working, whether that's something that I need. Because if I don't, then basically the function of this room is just to get the water out of here cooler so that it can join sort of my main source of water again. And if that's the case, then the majority of the stuff, I guess, just doesn't matter. So I don't think that's overly urgent. The natural gas up here feels more like a problem. So we've now got that sort of just streaming everywhere all over the place. At least this guy's sort of filling up. We need this guy to get killed. I think he's getting in the way of actually being able to feed the Aku. So what we'll do is we'll build a ladder there to see if that will then allow someone to get over there and kill him. Because I think just where he's sitting, he's avoiding getting killed. I guess once I've just got natural gas in the base, there's not too much I can really do with it. Whether I can have it sucked out somehow, but you can see it's all over the place now. It's down here, it's down here, it's up here. Where's that fire pole? No, there's a conductive wire under it that's taking the beating. Alright, let's have a look at why that is the case. It's just that one, so it's that guy that's running up there to do this guy and the glass. Annoyingly, the glass is still going. It's one thing that they just sort of... just never really got there. They went off and running at one point, and then they just suddenly stopped. So I guess for this, if that is stopped up there, this guy needs to get a bit more high priority. Yeah, this little system here is now done for because the natural gas is just all over the place. Because that oxygen's just always going to be in the way of that natural gas. I'm actually amazed that there's not more oxygen just out and about that's filling this up here. I think what we've got to do is deconstruct that and maybe just put a pump here that pumps that natural gas somewhere. Getting this guy killed, we're going to make that a 9 priority. Good. No. Dead. Right, now let's deconstruct. Do we not have algae for our available? Is that what our potential problem is here? No, we've got 13 tons of it about. Why are we not seeing food sitting on the, on these? Because, I mean, these aren't storing anything. So why not? Let's go some mealwood seeds in there too, I guess. Oh, we don't want to run out of them. Algae is the one thing that I've really got there that I'm happy to eventually lose. Again, is it just because it's so low priority that I've just nudged everything up a little bit that... I mean, I've got 2 more people that have just joined the fray as well, right? Alright. So the next thing. 3 blossoms. So we're saying 3 blossoms per person should be enough food that we don't need any mealwood anymore. We have 14 people. I'm sure I counted this just last time, but it's been a while for me. And we'll make that a 7. Alright, we've got 14. 14 times 2 is 28. Add another 14 is 38 plus 4, 42. So 42 is enough to cover everyone there. So let's say 50. If we want 50 plants to cover everyone. And future people at that point where I forget that I need to make more plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We've got more than enough. Okay. So, I still want to complete the build that I'm doing up here. Moving this up. But, in the meantime, we will get rid of that. We will get rid of this as well. Say goodbye to those guys, say goodbye to those guys. Get rid of these guys too. Which is a lot hotter for them than it is for a bath, so we might just put some air filters through there for them. So that's unreachable. I mean, I wonder if that's even worth it if these ones here don't matter. I feel like for the long-term happiness of the way that I build, I'd prefer to get rid of this pointless gap. So what we'll do is we'll uproot a few random plants through the middle of this. So we're going to have to get rid of all of this anyway. Maybe I need a second person whose job is to focus on ranching. We have no one focusing on ranching. Isn't that what Hassan does? Hassan's on agriculture. Let's go Ruby. Get Ruby onto ranching. Where are you, Ruby? There are two people that are already that way up, Hassan and Travaldo. Ah, she doesn't have the skill points yet. It's a neat little hat. Yeah, you enjoy that one. She does look like she likes it. Yeah, messing with their eyes and things when they come in. Okay. Still not getting food on that though. I mean, we are getting a lot of guys in there. I guess they're just hungry. They're producing at such a fast rate. I do wonder if having like a proper isolated section that is just a Paku farm would be worthwhile. There we go. There's some food in there now. Oh, alright. Actually, cancel that. What we can do is, might be slightly quicker. Start from the center and just build out. I suppose we've got that to worry about first, so let's start that 4 build there. Slowly filling up again. Though with the way this is going, I can't imagine that's ever going to be needed, and if anything, potentially this is going to need to pump back out to it. I lost my resources again. I don't know what I did there. Always so glum. They steal so low. Lime is what we're needing. That's our lime production going. Again, like, I don't want to just keep upping the priority of everything. And every few episodes, someone tells me where it is that I go to that I can see, like, something to do with priorities, and I never remember. And I always feel like it's the bottom right-hand corner, and I don't think any of them are right. So maybe I'm misremembering that as the top right-hand corner, which I don't think anything up there, like, stands out unless there's an overlay to say, like, what my like a priority overlay or something. Alright, so maybe it's top left. There we go. If you ever wonder why I don't ever check that, it's because I genuinely don't ever remember where it is I'm meant to be looking. It is definitely starting to irk me though, the lack of work being done on low priority things. Like how much effort it is to get anyone to dig these plants up. Dig these plants up or mop up water and I mean, it's the biggest motivator to get me to have more people. Did I do that for anyone? Did I get someone to come in and say, alright, let's get some... Yeah, we got Meep and Camille now doing storing and... What do we want as well? Hiding. Meat. Nails, you're going to be a tidier as well. So let's give you some tidying skills if that's such a thing. She also needs some suit wearing improvements. Nails, you don't need to wear a hat. You've got some cool hair. Make you look nice and unique. Maybe you've got your Anthony Davis thing going on. Don't want to step on Ellie's toes for a thing. That's a cool little hat. How about you have that plumber's hat? Yeah, that natural gas is now getting in everything. All right, so let's get another pump going. Gas pump. Let's use iron. Guess let's put it right there. The power from the inside. And it's going to need the gas vent into here as well. But the problem is that this guy doesn't ever move. And that room's full of gas because this is taking forever to pump into that. Potentially it means that what I actually should do is build a second natural gas generator because I've got so much natural gas just hanging about. Maybe what I should do is move these storage bins, put a natural gas generator here, insulate that wall. Yeah, I think that's a good move. All right. So, step one to insulating this wall is that we don't want the carbon dioxide getting in, and I think the wall will disappear for a second before they build the new one. So we will do my old... I don't think there's any reason that needs to be a ladder anymore, so let's build a solid wall there. And I mean, well, the reason that there would have been a ladder there is the reason I'm having to build a ladder here now to allow them to walk up it to build this wall. We will then copy this storage bin and shift it to there. Based on how full these storage bins are, I'd say we can replace these three with just one. Just get rid of these plants for me. I can't remember how to make an errand priority across the whole group as well. Is it really this hard to... Like, that's been a long time request. Thank you. I mean, that's the thing that I just find so alarming about the way that my guys are operating is it's like having something on a 5 request just seems like it's got that little priority. Although sometimes it just seems to be some people find something more fun to do. Like, Stinky really enjoys ripping out tiles. So they'll come and do that. They'll come and dig super quick. But then some other tasks, they're just like, nah, I don't want to. I mean, possibly it might just be because it's not part of what their specific role is. Okay, so let's then copy this, and we will build an insulated wall. Let's big request on these guys as well. Alright, we will copy the settings on that guy, put them on that one. We will then deconstruct the 3 of these guys. We will then deconstruct this wall. Copy that guy and put him... Just have to move that electrical cable. We might move it up. Alright, so... Because I guess we sort of want him connecting down into a similar... Well, actually I want this guy's power probably going that way. So, let's take this cable. And let's go... It goes up to here. We then run it up one more. Straight across there and straight down. So then just copy a few of them to build to that middle point. So this guy, I think what I want to do is go down into a filter. I'm not sure I can fit anywhere here. Probably just put him there. And then we'll go, no, gas pipe. This one will come out. And the point here is that this is long. That one. No, because this is going to go straight into this guy here, isn't it? Well, they both will. So, the idea is that will be long enough that this pipe can just be full of stuff, so that we're saying that the output 2 is natural gas, and he can just pump that down here. The rest of his gas can literally just go there, like it doesn't matter, just pump it out. Yeah, working on getting you guys some more sustainable power. Don't worry, I'm on it. So yeah, I would up the speed of that, because that's taken forever to get through. Just, it's not really that much. Like, I only need another 900 kilograms of it and I'm done. Guy's already overpressured. Maybe I should make that a pressure vent. Guys are all going hard for that food. Lots of babies coming though. Oh, I've got to address that as well. I feel like I'm having to use a lot of iron ore. Okay, so again, got this guy. He needs power. He can just connect Hopefully into that he doesn't need enough power that that's going to be a problem. He's going to need to do some liquid piping. And he can just go... like that, I think. Yeah. That across. We're now actually not using enough water in here. I wonder if it's also a problem that there's clean water in this section. Is that putting these guys off going and actually trying to get food? That is already damaged. Right, there's more power on that line. It does make me... Let me just disable him for a minute. Let's get someone to go in there quick. Really want him off and running that fast. It does make me wonder if what I should do is... just pump this guy off into another section that is just straight polluted water and try and build a huge Parku pit. So I do like having my Parku, I just don't like the idea that they're not happy. I mean, we need to address where this polluted water is going quick. The other thing would be whether I could put a pump or something in here that pumped out liquid that, like, tried to siphon the liquid between the two different styles, but because the water sits on top of the polluted water, I'd have to put it in a weird position, I guess, to get it to actually work. Right, so we need to go back to here, and we put in our high pressure vent. Good to see that a lot of these have full oxygen. So I guess our oxygen's returned back to where it needs to be. We can deconstruct some of these. Power's definitely becoming a problem, so getting this natural gas in here would be good, I think. Now what I want for that as well is similar to what this is. We want to put mesh tiles in across there. That costing me copper, is it? Definitely don't want that. I feel like I'm gonna run into a disaster with my iron ore at some point. Still amazed at how unfull that is versus how much I've constantly got water running down here. Right, clear a couple more guys out of here. Those plants haven't been ripped up either. Right, so that was the other thing I had to do. So now that I've done that, if we go back to power, we can say deconstruct that run of power cables. Alright, so let's put him there. We will then give him the gas pipe that runs cancel that for a second. Let's just roll it up like that. Then it's out pipe. I wonder if I can just connect it to the same thing. There's not very much that's getting pushed out there. Let's just do that. A bunch of water that's sitting down here. Try and get rid of it. More always comes back. Yeah, water's certainly not leaving here anywhere near as fast as it was. Yeah, I'd love to hear any suggestions on an easy way to get rid of that water. It's obviously the filter, but I don't know where I'd put it. It does just have me hesitating about moving this up because if you just look at the grid squares of that polluted water versus what's going to fit in this room. I want to say I need more time to think about where I want to put it, but we're running out of time for this room to... because those aren't mesh, so that the water's not going to flow through those. They're just airflow. For some reason, I don't know why I didn't make those mesh. Okay. Now let's have a look at this guy here. So he doesn't necessarily need to run into a battery. What maybe we should do is I could go conductive wiring and cut across here. Then deconstruct that line of power cables, which will mean that power just sort of dodges around him, and then this guy can just go up, and so the glass is taken from this, and then that guy and this pump are the only two things operating off that lower. Actually, that's what I will need, one, a transformer. So maybe what we'll do is we'll build a little ledge up here. We can also probably deconstruct those two squares there. I have no idea what their original purpose was. I realize now too I've moved that wire into the range of where this is gonna run. Alright, so what's running down here? So that's all for this. It's strained already. So when I built this up, my intention was that the power was going to go down. Now I think the power is actually just going to go down. So let's undo everything we did there. Water just so constantly coming down. That makes that water feel real gross too. Here comes some nice steamy water running down. You can sort of see as it gets towards the bottom, it's not as comes out at 90 and slowly works its way down and down. Now we are about to call this one a day. The last thing that I want to do is just get this wiring finished. So we'll just up the priority. Just basically I want to not forget to remove the other wiring. Have a look at how our oxygen's going too. It's good that the back ones that aren't overly used are now just sitting waiting for more to do. It's good to see. Let's while we think of it, just add 2 extra on the end of them. Even with their priority, these guys aren't going to get smashed out too quick. Just having a look at the ventilation here too. There's still natural gas that this guy's pulling. Like, it's not a heap, but there's still some, enough that hopefully he's going to do a good job at stopping a lot of it getting into the base. Now tell the 2 pieces of wire that I didn't get to missed upping the priority on. Oh, with everything going, let's get these guys. Great. Alright, so then what we can do is we can pause, we can say deconstruct, and we can go power wires, and we will go over so we can actually see them. Deconstruct. All of those ones. Great. And that's where we'll leave it. Just got to remember next time to build my transformer. Probably fit a battery and a transformer up there. And get that connected to this guy, currently not connected to power. And we'll be hopefully stop having so many wires burn out. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. Should I build a new Haku thing? Am I actually getting enough value out of the sort of turnaround of the food. What's my best options for getting the water out of this as well? It's the other one. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.